Have you ever paused to consider how deep your relationship with God truly is? Are you merely skimming the surface, or are you immersing yourself in the boundless ocean of His love? Consider a friend of mine, who for many years was a devout Christian, yet felt an unshakable sense of dissatisfaction. He attended church weekly, read scriptures daily, and participated in numerous Christian activities. But despite all this, he felt disconnected, as if he was merely going through the motions. He had become a spectator in his own spiritual journey, watching from the sidelines as others seemingly dived deeper into their faith. This friend of mine realized he had pitched his tent too early on his journey with God. He had stopped pursuing, stopped seeking, and in doing so, had settled for an imitation of the vibrant relationship God intended for him. Instead of experiencing God's love in his daily life, he was merely singing songs and reading books about it. He yearned for something more, a deeper connection, a more profound understanding of God's grace. He decided to pack up his tent and venture into the uncharted territory of truly knowing God. He rejected the shallow imitation of Christianity he had accepted and became a pioneer, passionately pursuing more of his King. But where was he going? What was his destination? As a modern Christian, he realized he had been aiming at the wrong targets. He had been content with climbing molehills and splashing in wading pools, when God had destined him for more. God had called him to scale the impassable mountain of His holiness, to follow the footsteps of Jesus Christ, a path so challenging no human could traverse it alone. He understood he had been crafted to reach a destination beyond his human capabilities. He was faced with the humbling fact of his complete inability to venture into this endless frontier without God's guidance. God desired to lift him up, to take control of his life and navigate the rugged terrain on his behalf. He realized he needed to lean his entire weight upon God's strong chest, that without Him, he could do nothing. This is the journey each of us is called to embark upon, a journey beyond shallow imitations and into the depths of truly knowing God. A journey that requires us to abandon the safety of our tents and become pioneers in our faith. A journey that is not aimed at molehills and wading pools, but at the majestic peaks of God's holiness. We must recognize our inability to tread this path alone, and instead, lean upon God, allowing Him to guide us, to lift us up, and to carry us through the rugged terrain of life. It is only when we surrender control and trust in His strength that we can truly experience the vibrant daily intimacy God has intended for us. So pack up your tents, shake off the settler's mentality, and embark upon the adventure of truly knowing God.